Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today it's going to be a much needed tutorial how-to guide, tips and recommendations for how to find your dream star stable club, or just a club that suits you well. Now, I've had a lot of experiences with this in the past. I'm also going to be training my boy Fly here, which I'm honestly in love with the Shires, but that is besides the point. So my first tip for you when you are looking to find a club that you want is to look at clubs that inspire you or attract you on different social media platforms. So when you want a club that you're going to have fun with, you want to make sure that that club motivates you, because if a club doesn't motivate you, then you're not going to want to come to events or work for ranks and stuff. It just kind of ruins the purpose of a club. So one thing that I used to like to do when I was looking for a club is I would go on Instagram, YouTube, Discord. You don't have to go on all of them because I know some people do not have all those platforms, but whatever form of internet platform you have, go on that and search for star stable clubs. Then you can look at their content. For example, when I was looking to find a club for me, I found the Metal Queen's YouTube channel, which is under Quinn Pony Lord's name, my club owner's name. And I found a lot of really helpful dressage videos, and that's one thing that motivated me to join. I was really inspired, and there's this feeling that you get when you find your perfect club that is like excitement. It's almost a little bit of adrenaline. So when you get that like adrenaline spike from looking at, I don't know, club tryouts videos or club tryouts posts or anything like that, that is a good indication that you would be very motivated if you were to be in the club. Now, my next tip, because I know that social media is not always everything, so my next tip is to give every club a chance. Now, I have met a lot of people in the past who will leave a club when they become bored, or they feel like their club has kind of hit a low point where there's not a lot of fun events or there's not a lot of excitement going on. And although all of those feelings are valid, those are just low points. Every club is going to have low points and high points, and so before you choose to leave a club, you should give it some time, because usually things will pick up again. I've definitely been in clubs in the past where there's a month or two where there's not really a lot going on, maybe even conflict, and you just want to leave. But if you stay past those moments, you'll actually find yourself in some really good months where you get a lot of really good commanding opportunities and you get ranked up. So don't just leave because there's a week where you're really bored on the game. Just move past it and try to do some other activities, like join role plays or something, or participate in other game activities like training or open lessons. Now, this next tip is super important, personally for me too, is you want to understand what your goals are. Why do you want to join a club in the first place? For most people, you would answer like, oh, isn't it obvious I want to do this or this? But sometimes the goals that you have will kind of contradict, if that makes sense. So if I want to be in a club and I want to learn a lot of dressage, but at the same time I want to be really happy, there might be a club that teaches me a lot of dressage, but I'm usually not happy. There are clubs like that where you have to sacrifice one goal for another goal. So prioritize based off what you want. If you're joining a hangout club, you might want to prioritize being in a bigger club over having lots of events or something like that, you know? When you have a lot of goals and they're all mixed, it's hard to make a clear decision. But once your path is like, this is what I want, it's really easy to choose a club. My next tip is to join lots of open events through global chat or through Discord, on Star Stable, open lessons, role plays, stuff like that. Because I find that, well, first of all, when you're not in a club, you can get really bored on this game. But doing all these open events like open club game nights or open club lessons or just an open dressage lesson taught by a random person, you meet a lot of people in the game. And through meeting those people, you can actually find a lot of clubs that you might like. Like, I remember I once joined an open lesson and the instructor sounded so experienced, and I really wanted to join then because I was like, wow, this commander is great. So it just goes to show how meeting a few people in this game might change your whole perspective of clubs. And then my last tip is to do what you have to do. Now, that sounds a little bit weird, but I think there's a lot of people who think there's some kind of magic recipe for finding your dream club. Like, you just have to be active, or you just have to make friends or something like that, and that'll make you love your club. That's simply not true, and it's just different for everybody. For me, I think the main thing that helped me with clubs was setting my goals straight. But for some other people, it might be staying in the club longer, even if they didn't feel like they wanted it, and then a month later they're like, oh, this is my club. Or, you know, different things work for different people, like finding their dream club or a club that works for them. Obviously, I don't want to encourage you to like lie on your application, because like that's what you need to do. Please don't do that. But I'm just saying that sometimes you have to be creative in what ways you are going to find the club you like. And I will be honest, I have done some very out there things, like messaging people on Instagram like, are your club applications open? You know, sometimes you have to be the person who reaches out first. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope this video was helpful for some of you. It is definitely one of those things that takes a little bit of time if you want it, but once you've got your path, it's so easy to just push through. So yeah, keep going, and I know you're gonna find your dream club. Or if you just clicked on this video because you want to watch it, then I hope you had some fun listening, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.